What's up, guys? Shut up, Dennis. I saw your comment. I had a reminder set. um, Chad's having technical difficulties, so he's working those out. Um, he's got a little bit of a slow internet. Now he's got earpiece, so I'm flying solo till he's all set. But wow, already got a good bit of people in here, and Uh, that's good to see because I haven't done a live in so long. But run down here and just say hey to everybody. Hey, David Reynolds. Hey, John, Marcel. We have Just Kicking It in here, who was just out flying this weekend with Chad. And Dennis, David Cash, Tampa Drone Life, Greg, Patrick, and Chad's commented, but he's still having his problems. Hey, Greg, how you doing? And Sam Weaver, Thomas Baker. I think I got you all. But in the title, if you see, talking about Zeno, wanted to talk a little bit about Zeno, the Zeno 2 Plus Plague, and some little rumors of uh, DJI. So we're going to talk about those. And am I kind of choppy or breaking up, guys? Somebody comment. Just let me know if I'm like real choppy, broken up, if my internet's slow. Dennis, oh my God, it's him. Cheers, everybody. Here's some cheap peach wine. Okay. All right. Chad, you ready for me to pull you in, buddy? Thumbs up. There's the man, the legend.
Yeah, right. What's going on?
Picture looks real good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, just having technical difficulties with the AirPods. Um, they don't work too well with a PC. They go in and out, so I have to
Well, we
switch to
have
the
quite a
wireless.
few already commented, and 30 in the house.
Oh,
30 in
nice.
the house
Definitely.
for not really having a much of a notice at all and making it kind of last minute. So cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. What's up, everybody?
Uranus Exploratory Photography. I like I like that name.
Really? Mm.
And then Fly Zone Drone is new in here, and I think that was everybody else. I already got everybody else.
Okay.
Oh, Pistol Pete. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Mike Kenny, missed you. Gene Fox. But shut up, Siri. I swear.
So, so I know you've been, everybody knows you've been off of YouTube for a little while. Your mom passed away, over the summer, and I know you wanted to take some time off. Um, and you posted what was your last video? What
I
was that
just did the
video?
how the how tos. I threw
The
out a
how
handful
tos.
of how tos to finish up
Mm-hmm.
some that
Yeah,
people had been requesting.
mm-hmm. And I've already told you, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for other people. Sorry for your loss, man. And I never got to meet your mom. However, you know, I know that she, by the way you spoke about her all the time, she was a great woman. So sorry for your loss, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yeah,
Mhm. Um,
had to definitely take a break with all that. And it was actually good because stepping away from stepping away from the YouTube some well, pretty much totally, but gave me more time to kind of interact more with people in my groups and just get back to the good old Facebook troubleshooting stuff. So I was able to do a little bit more of that, and of course working on drones for other people. But biggest thing is just it wasn't so much that I just totally had to get away from YouTube itself. That it's not that I had the total loss of desire or anything. It's just you want to eliminate all the negativity and everything out of your life when you're in that zone. I was and am still, depression things, but you don't need other people bringing you down in those type of situations. And there's people that are gonna always be commenting on your channel that aren't aware of the situation and just being their typical asshole self. But
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's been hard getting back. It was easy to do those little how-tos, but you and I didn't talk a whole lot, but just recently started talking a lot more since I was out with the Evo 2, and so my struggles and tribulations there. Some things that just trying to create one frickin' video has turned into a career. Which I'm starting it all over again. I completely crashed the whole thing, just tore it apart, and I'm going to redo the whole video till I feel 100% on it. So,
are you doing the whole thing over?
Yeah, I'm changing some music. I'm not going to have any opening of me whatsoever. Just going to go straight to video. I love that opening, flying into the dark fog and kind of disappearing. And I think that's a great opener of itself, and just do the in memory of on the front of the screen, and subscribers will know what it is, and it's it's not going to be monetized or anything. It's not like I want to get views or anything off of it, but it's just to share. It's my dedication to my mom, and just thank everybody again for all the support and everything. So it's for everybody that's been supportive and sharing prayers and thoughts and everything, nice comments and stuff over the many months now. Shit, it's been like a year now. So
yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah.
But again, thank you very much, man. And thank all of you in the chat and all my subscribers and friends on Facebook and so forth.
Yeah. So what can we, other than that video, what else you think we can expect as you slowly return to YouTube?
Well, you're going to have a range test. I've been very happy with what I did in my range test on the Evo 2. So you're going to have that. And there's going to be what I've already promised in another video, which hopefully will be this week, is you're going to have kind of my, not final review, but where we are right now with the good old frickin' FIMI X8 2020. And that's kind of probably going to end up being my final thoughts unless they get their shit together. But then I'm going to do the one where I mentioned about the Zino Pro and Zino 2. If you're new to this, you haven't bought a Hubsan, and you are crazy enough and you want to do it, which is the one I would suggest buying. So, and then maybe my, definitely say why I say this is the one I would choose, but not get fully in depth into all the specs and everything, but just show the major differences between the three, meaning your camera chipsets and your range and things like that, flight time and such.
Okay.
So that's what's coming up for me. And I didn't get to talk to you about it, but you went and flew this past weekend with some guys. One in the chat here.
Yeah, yeah,
So I did.
yeah.
I didn't
Yesterday,
know,
actually.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about that or not.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
Oh,
yesterday I
I
went
thought
out
that was
and
2 days ago.
no, that was Sunday. Yesterday, Sunday. Yeah, yesterday was Sunday, right? Yeah, that was yesterday. I was out with Darnell and Corey. Darnell goes by Carbon D on YouTube, and Corey is just kicking it. And then also we met up with CL Tech. If you guys know CL Tech, you know his channel probably. A lot of you guys out there in the chat probably do. He was there too, Mr.
I
Handsman.
know his hands. I know his hands.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we joked about that a little bit yesterday, but yeah, he was there. He's a cool guy, man. First time meeting him, and he's out there flying his. I forgot what he was. Oh, he's flying his Zeno Pro, and I think he had the Power Egg there too, but I don't think he was able to get that up in the air. But yeah, he spent a little bit of time out there, and we went to two different locations. We went to Lake Mooney out in Stafford, and also we went to what was it? Aquia Harbor or Aquia Landing.
Okay, Aquia Harbor. I'm very familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
My dad lived like 2 minutes from Aquia Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
But where's Mooney Lake in Stafford?
It's darn, I can't remember what exit, but it's a little ways off of 95. Well, I wouldn't say a little ways, maybe like 10 minutes off of 95. But I'm trying to think what exit. I can't remember. I mean, they gave me the directions. I went there, by GPS, but
Yeah, I don't ever.
you might have to look it up
remember that.
on. Yeah.
I mean,
That was a nice
Stafford's
spot.
changed. Stafford's changed a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
I was real familiar with it with my dad living there. My dad moved there. I was in high school, I guess. So I mean, those were part of my stomping grounds alongside of Woodbridge and Dumfries. But yeah, I don't. Okay, it's on the Stafford-Fredericksburg border, so yeah, it's a little further south. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
It took me 40 minutes,
Thanks, Corey.
about 40 minutes from where I live.
Rocky Run Reservoir. Okay. All right. I think I know what you're talking
Okay.
about now. Okay. They changed the name, and it's probably
Okay.
built up differently and stuff from what it used to be as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So yeah, it was a beautiful day yesterday for flying and everything. Oh my gosh, it was nice yesterday. We had fun. We also had another guy out there, Rick. I think he's friends with Corey, uh, and he's trying to learn how to fly drones, and I think he's interested in FPV as well. So he was out there just observing yesterday. He actually, I think if Corey, Corey may, I don't know if Corey may know differently, but I think he purchased like 6 drones. I mean, he doesn't even know how to fly the drones. He tried to fly one and crashed it already, but he purchased like a bundle of drones from somebody that just wanted to sell them, and
all
he got them. And
FPV.
now I'm not sure if it's FPV or I don't know. Corey can actually, comment or something in here. But
Did you say Darnell went too?
yeah, Darnell was there too. Is he in chat? No, he's not.
I thought he would be because he liked it when I posted it, the link on
Okay.
Facebook. I saw he liked it. I thought he would be in here. Well, that's if the guy's into just getting started into drones and into FPV, I mean, he's with the right crowd between Corey Darnell and the FPV quads, and then you with more of your the camera quad end. He was in good company as a newbie.
Yeah. And yesterday I'm putting together a video from yesterday. It's a vlog actually. I guess it'd be my second attempt at a vlog because I remember the last time we were at Niapsco.
Yeah, our race.
And we did that little, we did our little, vlog race there or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be a vlog. It's pretty, it's pretty good. I actually did a couple different things. And, I'm not trying to give too much of it away, but it'll be it's pretty much my last flight with the Mavic Mini before I send it back to you. So,
yay.
So I'm going to need your address, actually.
How long have you had it now?
I had it all summer. I had it since like May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had
it. Oops, I'm clicking away and not even realizing it.
Can
Steven, I popped you up there on accident.
Can you pop up JSK Enterprise? I'm just trying to focus on that question real quick. I'm not sure what he.
Oh, I'm up high. Hold on a second.
Okay.
This one.
No, JSK Enterprise.
Yeah.
You said the area where I fly. Yeah. No, not that one. It's closer to the bottom, I guess.
Sorry, everybody. First day on the job here.
You talking about the area that I fly from with the river with the big boulder? I'm not sure. You may be talking about River Mill. Is that what are you talking about?
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 from the bottom. JKS Enterprise. Or JSK Enterprise.
Oh, at Chad B.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of work to get an answer.
Let's get back on track.
That's River Mill.
So, is that River Mill?
Yeah, at the I-95 bridge. Route 1 and I-95 run across it, the Occoquan.
No, 234 runs across. Not 234. Is it 123?
123. Yeah. So he's referring to when you're at where you were chasing the shady white suspect with your Mavic Air.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you mentioned some big boulder, so I'm not sure. Boulder rocks. I'm just thinking maybe he's talking about.
See, I'm thinking he's talking River Mill, but it's just not I-95 there. I mean, eventually it leads to I-9. No, it doesn't. No,
yeah, 123 does.
Yeah. But yeah, he's in the right area. Anyhow.
Yeah. Parks and Tech is in here.
I was trying to find, hey Josh, I was trying to find one other one, just a few that I hate when people are chatting. I don't acknowledge when it's, straight at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chris,
Josh,
Chris Cavanis, thank you for your saying that the X8 SE 2020, the horizon tilt, because I see it in so many, but then there's so many people claiming no, absolutely not, it's never been there since I got mine, and I don't buy it. I can't see it being perfect and never a problem in some, but a majority it's like you found the golden egg if you've never had a problem. It's been a problem in 2018, so why wouldn't it be in 2020? I mean, why would it be fixed in 2020? But anybody that's got perfect horizon with your FIMI X8 SE 2020, never a tilt issue, if you're flying around, not just straight. If you're in this chat, please set me straight. I just don't think that there is such thing as a level horizon on that quad. It drives me nuts.
Is it? Do you still have your 2018 version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have them both.
Oh, okay. And that was having a Horizon problem as well, right? Same thing,
Yeah,
right?
I had one firmware version where I did a video where you could, manually adjust your tilt and put it where you
Mm-hmm.
want it to set it straight, and it would stick, and it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a video on that and showed it, it stays straight, and some flights after that, it was perfectly fine. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I left that firmware on there, never changed it. Then when the uh, 2020 came out and I wanted to do my comparison, I said, you know what, just to keep it fair, I'm going to update the firmware and bring it to the latest, and boom, that tilt came right back, and I can't get rid of it on either one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So, what time is it? So yeah, so tonight's episode is I guess we wanted to talk about the Xeno 2 Plus. I'm not sure. I mean, I've seen there's a few videos out there, and there's only one that I've seen in the United States, North America, circling the drone. Um, I watched this video, and
he's
I mean, I
in
was looking at it.
Ohio.
Is he? I'm not sure. I mean, I
I
thought he
think he's in.
was, but
I I I don't know. He's not on Facebook, so it's
okay.
not like I can't really check.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But go
Yeah.
ahead.
So he had yeah, he has some nice videos with the Xeno 2 Plus. The footage was really good. I mean, I was looking at it, uh, and it was really good. And I was impressed until like maybe 5 minutes in, until and then he was facing the sun. It was like a sunrise or something like that. And he faced the sun, and all hell broke loose. And I mean, it was just crazy. The flares were just, flaring
Yeah,
across
I
the
saw. I
screen,
saw it. It comes down. It comes down the screen fully, and then you got
Mm,
those burn marks in the corners. Those ugly like
hmm
brown stains, coffee
yeah,
stains in the corner of the video.
hmm yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to, I'm not bashing his video. It's not about his video. It's just about the Xeno 2. And Chris and I mean, you want to explain, you know, us trying to actually get him on the show?
Yeah, so saw his video, and he's having SD card errors, which he turned out it was just his SD card, and he fixed that.
Mm,
FPV going in and out, in and out, in and out, and so I'm not interested in buying the Xeno Pro Plus, Xeno 2 Plus, uh, Xeno 2 Pro Plus, whatever the hell the damn thing's called. And
mm,
you're not either, unless somebody just says, "Hey, here, we'll send it to you. Want to review it?" Um, I don't
mm.
think anybody's going to do that with me here, here now. But so you're not seeing a lot of people with it, and he's got it. So I did like that he showed the issues that he was having in his video, that it was like real time, and that's definitely somebody I would have liked to have had on. So we, invited him on, or I sent him an email and invited him on, and he was just thinking on it. So I don't know if he, maybe cold feet, maybe he's seen some of our lives and says, I don't want no part of that show.
Yeah.
um, so he canceled on Saturday. So I
Mm,
would have liked to have really had him on here. His name's Brad, and
okay.
would have liked to have had him on here and just kind of discuss the Xeno 2 Plus. Just from what I see, it's the exact quad. I mean, we already know that on
Mm,
specs. It's
mm,
got some differences, but the one thing I wanted to really talk about was camera. It's a camera quad, and that's where they completely screwed up on that quad. and
Mm-hmm.
you know, just see what he really says, because he didn't really address the flare in his video. So just see
Mm-hmm.
what he says, what he thinks about the camera quality, and you're not calling him out, but you know, just
Mm-hmm.
his opinion on it, because I don't really know.
Yeah.
You know, he's got all the good quads. I mean, he's got everything you see behind me, and some.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine he's got an opinion on the camera
Mm-hmm.
itself. So yeah, that didn't pan out, and a little disappointed, but I understand. I mean, not everybody's going to say, you know, jump on it and say, yeah, want to be on the show, but it would have been nice to have a guest
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Yeah.
So blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm. Is Corey still in the chat?
He hasn't said anything. A little bit. He should be. Yeah, I think he is. He was talking to Dennis in there.
Okay.
Oh, Dennis, my buddy Dennis, and Greg, and Patrick. I'm calling out my faves. Max, and Corey, I guess. Freaking Corey. I do admit, you know, like when you said about you guys going out, I did feel a little bit of like, you know, God, I wish I could be there, because I really did enjoy. I only got to hang out with Darnell once, met Darnell once, and great guy. But every time I was with you, I was pretty much, I think it was always Corey too. Corey's like
Yeah.
your Siamese twin, I think. but no, and that's great, because I really like Corey. So when you said you guys were all getting together, and then, you know, with CL Tech, since I hadn't met him, and he had wanted to get together with us whenever I was down there when my mom was still alive. Yeah, it would have been nice to, if I could have just managed to swing in for the weekend or something, but I was definitely wanting to be with you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely, we have to come up that way to
Hey, I
your little
tried to
spot.
set it up. You kind of just didn't even acknowledge me. You just
No.
ignored me. That was such a good plan. Go to West Virginia for a weekend, just an overnight weekend. Rent a side-by-side all-terrain vehicle, and run all the trails. There's so many of these little West Virginia towns, like where my dad's from, Welsh, West Virginia. They're like revamping off of these type of things, where people come in and rent them or bring their own, and they've got trails that go on for miles and miles and miles, take you in through like where the coal mines are and stuff like that. But you can find scenery anywhere or you want in West Virginia, especially from what I remember going to Welsh, West Virginia, where my dad's from. But run around on a side by side, have the Skydio chasing us down a trail, and go find some good scenic areas to fly from. We could have made some good videos and had a good old time. But you shot me down on that, brother.
I'm sorry. Sorry. It's trying times, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Corey, you want to go to West Virginia and go get a side by side and hit the trails?
Oh man.
We'll leave
You
this
should bring
guy
Corey.
alone.
You should bring Corey in the room.
Just yeah, if he's set up, that's fine. Just you can wear your mask. It's trying times, but you can wear your mask.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which looky here, looky here. Just this actually
nice.
showed up today. My
Nice.
QC
That's the QC. Oh, nice.
showed up
Nice. Okay. Stylish.
today. It doesn't go well with my earbuds though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So getting back on the Xeno tip. So with my Xeno, regular Xeno 2.
Wait, just for the record, he said he's definitely game for it. So, just
Oh, he
saying.
did. Oh, okay. Okay.
Just saying.
Oh, CL Tech just showed up.
Yep.
What's up? What's going on, man?
All right, so I cut you off for the record or whatever you're going to say.
Oh yeah, so I was out flying my Zeno 2, what was it, Saturday? Yeah. And
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I was at a, Chin Park. You know what Chin Park is. I'm up here
Yeah.
flying and stuff, and I'll just get a text. I get a text over my phone as I'm flying. It's like, is that you flying? And I get it. It was from Corey. I was like, oh yeah. He was like, where are you? He was on the next field over, looking at my my drone fly over and stuff. So I actually met up with Corey on Saturday as well, Saturday and Sunday. But
I said you all are
but
twins.
yeah, uh, but I was out there flying. It was a while since I flown the Xeno 2, so I just wanted to put it up in the air and test it out and see if everything worked well and see if there was any updates, anything like that. And so I flew it, and it was working. It was working well. Everything was going good. I flew one battery. The footage was looking pretty good. Um, of course, I wasn't really pointing it into the sun, so I didn't see any flares. But I know it's there. Uh, but I ran one battery and put the next one in, put it up in the air, and not even, let me see, 1 minute in the air, my FPV went out. So normally, well, I wouldn't say normally, but sometimes, most of the time, it's since I've got my cable fixed, most of the time it is the USB port is probably not inserted all the way in, or I may have to change the cable or something, which I did, and no FPV. So I'm going to see what I'm going to hook it up again and see if I have any luck getting it to work again. And if not, I'm going to have to break it down again and replace the cable again, most likely. And also, I will have to look and see if those lights are blinking, if everything is normal before I do that. But and it's constant problems with that thing, man. Is oh my gosh, that was when I bought it. I bought it. You know, it was the pre-sale price, whatever you want to call it,
$399.
and yeah, $399 or something like that. So I bought the Flymore, the equivalent to the Flymore thing, and I paid like maybe 450 or something like that. Anyway, I paid that amount of money for it, and it's just constant problems since I've gotten the thing. I flew it for maybe a couple of weeks when I first got it, and then it was down for like 2 months, and then it's just like back and forth. So I don't know. I'm about to give up on it. I mean, I want to fly it because I paid for it, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
it's a complete. I'm sorry. I mean, some people, it's just like anything. I mean, you can have perfectly fine luck. You never have an issue with losing that FPV, having to replace that cable, no update problems, things like that. But you see, I've got a group over 4,000 people. You see how many people comment or say stuff, and even in my videos, I've always seen same old thing. It's update issues and FPV issues, and now you've got the FPV issue a second time. I updated mine many months ago, and same thing, lost my FPV again, which is that going to end up probably being that cable. And David Cash, if you're still in here, I don't have my cable folded, so it's not a matter of heat on a folded crease. My cable is in a loop, and I showed it on either in the group or in my Facebook page. I was shooting the laser temp on it, and I mean, it was hotter than that cable should be. Arguably you could say it was hot as if you've got your hot water heater turned up high or something, and you put your hands underwater. It was tolerable water temperature, but for that cable, too hot. I'm sorry, they just should not get that hot. So and it happens during the update process, and that's when I was actually shooting the temp, was during an update process. So um I've got the problem. So many people have the problem. So I mean, Hubsan, this was their chance to kind of shine with the advancements they were bringing, with, you know, the 4K 60, and then just completely put aside any of the problems you're having with updates, completely giving us a cheap cut corners camera lens. And then you come out with the Zino Pro Plus, and what do? You do not fix the camera lens. No admitting that there's an issue there whatsoever. No acknowledgement to it whatsoever. It's the one thing they will not even have a conversation with me on, and they won't even return my reply. They won't reply to any of my messages, emails, or anything now, because that's all I want to know about. What are you doing about this camera? I want them to acknowledge it, and they're not. They're not going to. It's going to take a whole nother part of the Zino family, maybe the Zino Super Pro Plus 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, right.
But maybe when they get to Zino Pro Plus 23, they'll have a better camera.
Yeah.
But, and you know, it's
Hopefully,
really disappointing because you get excited when I could give a shit about Zino 2 Pro Plus. But you got excited when the Zino 2 came out. So you get excited about that, and then you see, you know, the trials and tribulations there. And, oh, my freaking Siri keeps kicking on. But you see that, and then here comes FIMI X8 SE 2020. This is going to be great. You know, got some competition there. You know, they can come and pounce Hubsan. And then look what they deliver us. The camera, we didn't have the darker image. We got the brighter image, but it was more on the magenta side, at least from my experience. Not so much magenta, a little hint of it magenta, but making things look rusty. It's really weird. It's hard to say exactly.
Yeah.
And then the
rustic, like a rustic look. Yeah.
Yeah, like coming out to the trestle there where we were flying at Neabsco Creek. Of course, that's a rusty trestle, but it was like a glowing rust. It was like, it kind of accented it and looked good, but it wasn't true. It just was not true to what you were really seeing. And complete destruction of the clouds. I mean, it completely blows out and overexposes the clouds on that quad. And it's not been fixed. It's not been fixed. I think I've seen where people are happier with the color, and that magenta's kind of pulled away. It's not so much that, but you still have the tilt and you still have the clouds blown out. I've yet to see a FIMI X8 SE 2020 video where the clouds are really nice and crisp. Zino 2 will do that as long as you don't have a bright sunny day. Any other time, Zino 2 puts out an incredibly beautiful image for that class of drone. And let's face it, it comes from Hubsan. That should just be surprising enough. I mean, some people might be mad at me for talking negative about Hubsan, but I mean, just call it like it is. I mean, really, truly, they are a shitty company. The way that they do business, the way they do customer service, and the products they put out, and then how they treat the people that saved up for it and bought it and found out they got a lemon, and then they're stuck with that lemon. So,
I know, it sucks. It sucks, man.
So that's what I look at all that kind of stuff. I'm not like some reviewers we know out there where they've never shown a single Zino problem. Their Zino is fine, and you can't go wrong by buying this drone. Bullshit. You know, shame on you. You've got all these people that watch you and want to go and buy the drone based off of everything you're showing that is not a problem, and then they go out and, you know, some people have to save for it. Some people they don't have $400 just to toss. They have to save for it, and then once they save for it, they get it and it has a problem, and then they can't fly it, and then complete waste of money because Hubsan's not helping them. There are some success stories with Hubsan helping people, and good for them on that, but got to stop the pick and choose of who you're going to serve and who you're not. So, but I rambled on and on and on there, and you're asking about the Zino 2, but it's a very hot topic. It's where cool. I could sit there and go on and on and on in a whole episode just sitting here talking live. I can go on and on about the Zino 2. I got enough of them here on my floor for repair where I can give you some good stories.
So Seal Tech says he thinks the regular Zino is the best bang for your buck. Is that the Zino or is the Zino Pro is the best bang? Because in your opinion, Chris, the Zino Pro is the best, right?
It's the best bang for your buck price-wise, if you don't mind short range. Okay. I don't like 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters is crap. I mean, it sucked.
Is it Zino?
Yeah. When I would be out flying the original Zino before we had Pro or Zino 2, just knowing you were that limited in your video, especially when I'm always the majority of the time over a reservoir, I can't get to anything good on the reservoir, you know. So if you're totally okay with that, which he probably is, if he says that's the best bang for your buck, but I'm not okay with 1,000 meters. You know, screw that whole line of sight crap, because I did share my video with you that I was working on, that I've been working on for my memorial video for my mom. And can you tell me I could do any of that, what I did in that video, under line of sight? Yeah. I can't. No, you can't. Definitely not. You can't get that kind of footage. Or what you did at the Natural Bridge. You know, you're not going to see all that. And so I don't think it's the Zino. I would say it's the Zino Pro for me. Zino Pro is the one I on my floor. I get Zinos all the time to work on, and Zino 2 started coming to me almost from the start to work on them. You remember when it first came out, I had somebody's Zino 2 that he ordered it and didn't even get to fly it yet. And it ended up being in some of my videos. So that's pretty bad. Yeah. That's pretty bad. I was using his while mine was bricked until I unbricked mine. And you know,
Darnell's in here. Carbon D. Darnell is here.
Oh yeah, Carbon D FPV. But yeah, the least quad that I get in here to work on, I do happen to have 2 of them right now, Zino Pro. But it's the least that I work on. It's and it came out when it came out as an upgraded version of the Zino, and it was just that. It wasn't having the upgrade problems. They didn't create any camera problems there. Camera quality maybe wasn't as good as the Pro originally. I don't know where it's at right now, but I would recommend the Zino Pro. If those are your only 3 in life to choose from, I wouldn't advise an enemy to buy the Zino 2. And I would advise the Zino if you don't care about any range. That's the only beef I have on it. And then the Zino Pro, it's my top pick out of the 3. So I just gave that video
away. Just a little teaser. So I don't want to so I don't want to drag this out, but you want to move on to the Mavic Mini 2?
I like this one.
This guy.
Yeah, that's you. That's all you, buddy. I'm gonna just follow along with you on that.
Well, a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple weeks ago, Osita this guy on Twitter or whatever, Osita LV, is always leaking information.
I'll be right back.
So okay. So pretty much every leak that this person or whoever, this figure on Twitter has leaked has pretty much come true. Pretty much has pretty much been true. So a couple of weeks ago, they leaked that there's a possibility that the Mavic Mini 2 may be appearing sometime around Christmas, or maybe before Christmas or before the new year or something like that. So just wanted to talk about it. Ask Chris what his thoughts and everything were about it, and also ask you guys your thoughts. I know a couple creators out there or reviewers have already done live shows with it or about it and had their opinion on it. One being, I think, Philly Drone Life has made his or expressed his opinions on it. And actually, I share the same opinion. I was actually thinking the same thing. He has gone out and expressed it, but I was actually thinking the same thing. He was mentioning that it's probably be just an updated aircraft, nothing really new about it. They probably put some extra features on there, add some different firmware to it to where you can get more features out of it as far as intelligent flight functions or something like that, and maybe an updated or upgraded camera. So I'm thinking that there's a few things that have to be on this Mavic Mini 2, if it is true, if this rumor is true. I'm thinking it has to be a few things on this Mavic Mini to make it even worthwhile purchasing. For one, I think it should have, I mean, if you can do 2.7K, I think it should have a 4K camera. All right. The sensor, I can't remember what sensor. Is it 1/2 or something like that? Sensor right now, I don't know if they'll even upgrade that, just to keep the price down or anything, but just to make it 4K, I think that'd be a nice upgrade to it. And also, I would like to see like waypoints or something on there, or tracking and waypoints. Those are two functions on there, intelligent functions that I think they should put on it. They're advertising this as a travel drone, so they should at least put tracking on it to where you can be tracked if you're tracking going down up a mountain, side of a mountain or something, or a hill. I wouldn't trust it going through any type of wooded area or anything like that, but I think just to have tracking on it. I know if Lychee can add that to their app, I'm pretty sure DJI will actually do a better job at it. So I think that's something that they should add. And like I said, waypoints. I would like to see waypoints. That way you can maybe do some type of hyperlapse or something like it does. I mean, you're able to do a time lapse, but something like an automated hyperlapse or something like that. So that'd be nice for it. It doesn't have. I know. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep the weight down, but I mean, with that, I think they could just keep the weight down below 249 grams. But with all those intelligent features.
That was the first question I asked you when you asked me if I had seen the rumors. That was the very first question I asked you, if they'll still keep that as a priority for that type of quad, which is going to determine your upgrades.
Yes, and I think it might be still a priority for them, because you have other. I mean, here in the U.S., we have, for now, the drone regulations and everything aren't as strict as other other countries, say for one like Canada or something like that. But I think that still may be a priority for them. Now, I don't see them adding. I don't really think they would add any type of sensors to it. And with more automated, um, I think that would be one of the reasons why they wouldn't put like say a tracking or some type of waypoints on there, because it doesn't have any type of sensors, and that leaves more risk for accidents and stuff. I know with the Litchi app, uh, I had to be careful because once I did something like the tracking or like waypoints or any of the automated features on there, you press that button, man, and it just goes. You got to make sure your settings is right. I mean, your settings are right, and that thing just flies off. And you have to, and if trying to stop it with that app is a little bit difficult because you have either a button on the screen, and at that time, I don't think they have updated to function with the actual controller, but you have to go to the screen and press stop. So if you weren't quick enough, that thing will just run into wherever. So you have to be careful with that. So that may be one reason why, if they don't put any smart functions like waypoints or tracking, is because they can't put sensors in there, maybe to keep the weight down. So that's my spiel.
I would definitely not want to see sensors, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way I fly, sensors are they need to be turned off for a lot of the things I do. Around being very close to trees and water and stuff like that. With the water, you definitely don't want your sensors. It can mess with the sensors, and that's where you see people that end up going down into the water, stuff like that. But I don't see any interest for me in a Mavic Mini 2, because I'm happy with the camera quality on it, everything with it. I mean, the only thing I told you I would like to see, but it would affect the weight on it, I would just like to see something just in between the Mavic 2 Air and the Mavic Mini, as far as the plastic, a little more robust. It's just too cheap, toy grade-ish, and it's not something I would want to take out this winter in the cold weather, as cold as it gets here, and feel confident that if I did have a little bump or bang, that I'm not going to go and just completely crack and split it.
I think that makes it
that and a little better prop on it. Like if Master Air Screw came out with a better prop, that's all I would need. I don't need it from DJI. Master Air Screw's got an excellent reputation for their props. So that the BS with the props in that app, I don't know if it is actually the props that are the issue. You did not upgrade mine to that level though, right? It's still on 500.
The app? Which app?
Yeah, the quad itself, the firmware.
Oh, I didn't do any updates to the actual aircraft.
400 or 500 before they put on that stupid warning about your props, and then everybody's changing their props, and there's nothing wrong with your props. It's an ESC setting that's testing a little irregularly, a little different. What's the word I'm looking for? A little different inconsistency or something within the motor, and that's to detect a bad prop, unbalanced prop, or bent prop. And like I said in the very beginning with the video I did about it, it's training wheels. I don't need those freaking training wheels. I can take my drone out of the box, look at the props, and see it's perfectly fine. I'm going to fly it, and I've never had a catastrophic prop failure on any of my quads.
Yeah,
like some people have, but I mean, it does happen. Even if you do check your props, you can have some prop failures and stuff like that. But I think a majority of people would probably agree, and you guys can comment, that we don't need the training wheels of, hey, change your props. That's your responsibility. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
my car's not telling me to get out and check my tires every time I'm driving down the road. It's these kind of things that they keep adding on are ridiculous. So I would just like to see something a little more robust, just a little less toy grade feeling.
Well,
But
I think,
that takes out the weight. So I
yeah.
don't know.
Also, I think that's what makes it a little more durable. The kind of flimsiness of the arms and stuff. It has a little give to it, to where if it does impact something, it'll give a little bit before it breaks. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, and that's an argument to be had, or a debate to be had, because it just takes me back to the good old Anafi, where now this is the thermal, but this is the thermal where they've done the leg change. It's a different arm, and that leg doesn't stick out to here, but it's also not flexible. Like it's nice and stiff now. So the big argument there with the old one, you could really twist those legs, and the argument there was, well, they do that because of what you just said. My disagreement with that kind of flex is your motors will create that flex if the arm allows it. And that might be where you're getting these messages on the Mavic about props. It could be just that little bit of flex. Any little irregular differences that this motor is giving the ESC is going to set that alarm or failsafe or whatever you want to call it off, and it's going to tell you it's props. No matter what, it's going to tell you props, because that's what it's programmed to do. It's not programmed to say the leg's flexing or the motor is irregular or anything like that. So I don't know. I kind of disagree on the flexible frame on those on any quad. I see your point, but I just disagree with it on that I don't ever think that's a plan. You know, like, let's make this thing okay to where if it crashes, it doesn't break so easily. I don't know that they think that way. But to your point, if it's just dumb luck that it being more of a toy grade, makes that more flexible and better off in that type of situation where you, I don't know, crash it into a bush in your backyard there, buddy. I don't know if that's something that makes it more flexible. I was wondering if you'd catch on to that.
oh yeah, I was reading comments and things. But see, I told you it's durable though.
Chad, wake up. You knew I had to bring that out. I had to bring it out.
Yeah,
I had to bring that out.
So disgusting.
But yeah, I get it. What you're saying is they didn't design it that way, but it turns out it's that way, and that could be a plus, right? So it very well could be. It's not something that I can sit here. It's not like I have a bunch of Mavic Minis and say, let's go the exact same speed, let's crash the exact same way, put it in the exact same conditions, and have one that's more rigid and one not, and see if there's any difference in carnage. So
yeah.
But also somebody earlier on up made a comment about maybe I don't remember who it was. It might have been Corey, but mentioning about putting something out if they do before they do a Mavic 3. That was another thing I was thinking about, is I would not release the Mavic Mini 2 before I would release a Mavic Pro 3. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't release anything more. As good as that Mavic Air 2 is, that takes away sales from other DJI products where you would end up spending more cash. So if they
Yeah.
want if they want more cash out of you, I think putting out anything in the lesser grade right now might be kind of
Hmm.
a not really a mistake. It doesn't seem like DJI really gets hurt, but it would be
Hmm.
something I think to affect sales. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Just hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Okay. Um, I'll go through some of the comments here. And you're leaving us. Thank you for stopping in here, guys. Stick around. Don't leave me. Um, there was another comment I wanted to get to. And then you guys kind of sped up on me. Yeah, the DJI, the Racer comment. Yeah, with the DJI coming out with the Racer comment, Darnell. Um, don't they already have it? I know they have don't they already have the FPV gear, but don't they already have a quad that you can kit or something? I just started in some of the FPV groups and have started seeing it. I know they've got the goggles and stuff, but um, I think that I want to say that's already out. So I was glad to see that question because I would like to see some confirmation on that as well. Um, and would something like that have geofencing and such, as far as if they have a racer? Do you know
Mm.
that, Chad? If DJI definitely has a racer out? I don't follow anything with the racers, and I just started joining some of the racer groups, the FPV
Mm.
groups. Um,
Yeah, they don't
and
have any.
I know
They don't
they've
have.
got the gear. They've got the gear,
Yeah.
but I could have sworn I saw something where they had some like maybe it's just putting the transmitter on your that's what it is. It's putting their transmitter on your FPV quad so you can use
Yeah.
the goggles and stuff. That's right. But
Yeah. I think
the
that's what
way
it
this
is.
one guy had his built, like he did a lot of 3D printing and stuff. He had a carbon fiber frame that he purchased and did some 3D printing and had their receiver on there. And I don't know if he did like a naked GoPro on it, but
Hmm.
it looked like it would have been a DJI quad, and maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know, but if
All
they're
right,
putting
JC
out that
Flying.
gear, they're they're gonna put their feet in the water, I would think.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, JC Flying said he had to go. So peace out, man. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but sorry I didn't catch that.
Yeah, and I think it was Fly Zone Drone. Yeah, Fly Zone Drone had to
Yeah.
leave as well.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
like
while you're
Ja.
gone, I just wanted to pull up that comment about the DJI Racer. So, but
Yeah, they're pretty. They don't have anything out yet, but um, I'm pretty sure they're uh, getting things ready for it. I know our FPV experts in the chat, like Carbon D and Corey, would know more, maybe. And I think CL Tech said something as well. Yeah, they just said they have the HD FPV gear, so that'll be interesting.
yeah, and that I don't remember the price tag and all that, but it was it definitely looks like it's a big hit. Like everybody likes
Hmm.
it. But then
Hmm.
again, I mean, it's definitely gonna be the DJI fans that buy it, just like your Apple
Yeah.
products.
Hmm.
I buy my Apple products.
Mm.
um, and as you know, just got my new Apple uh, iMac Pro.
Okay.
So it's the same thing with
Yep.
DJI. You're just people are gonna follow whatever they put out. So
Hmm.
um, and hate to say anything bad about it. You know, like the iPhone is not perfect, but I'm really not going to bitch and complain about it because
Yeah.
I like it more than I dislike it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right,
but
CL
yeah.
Tech, take it easy, man.
See you, buddy.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're
But
going
back to
for.
the Mavic Mini. Back to the Mavic Mini. What do you say
Mm-hmm.
as far as Mavic Mini putting out before Mavic Pro 3 or vice versa? Which do you think would be the better?
Well,
Or
yeah,
do
the
you
Mavic
think that
3
would
would be
even
better.
matter?
You know what? I don't think it would. That's what I was going to say. I don't think it would matter because the Mavic Mini is popular now. It's still popular after almost, it's been like a year since it came out. So still popular. And then people are still buying it. And if they come out with a, Mavic Mini 2, really it'd be a updated Mavic Mini. But if they come out with that and just put it on the market, uh, people will buy it up.
Yeah.
And see, the Mavic Mini targets, it targets a specific market as far as drone flyers, as drone enthusiasts. So, as long as that market still purchases the, who's that? Okay, I'm sorry. That was Corey texting me. But as long as those people still purchase, the drone, I mean, they'll be fine. I mean, then you have the more advanced drone, people, the professionals who will get the, the Mavic. Um, so I don't think it would matter.
Well, I see that's where I know it's targeted. It's targeted for a specific group because of it's targeted in a couple ways. It's targeted for a specific group for weight, and then it's also targeted for a specific group for price. The ones that can't afford the higher end stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I was saying, like how I was saying about Apple people are going to buy Apple products. Android people are going to buy Android, the next best Android product. DJI guys, it sells to everybody. I mean, everybody and their brother wanted it or got it. You know, if I didn't give you mine, you would have probably bought it by now.
Yeah.
I think you would have. So,
No, I'm still going to buy it.
are you going to wait for to see about
Yeah.
version 2 though? So,
Yeah. I
that's
am.
where where that's appealing is the first time buyer. It puts you in a hold state right now. Man, I wait a little bit and see what surfaces. But I think it's too soon. I think the Mavic Pro 3 is going to come out first. It was rumored
You
first.
think so?
It's due. It's probably going to happen before the Mavic Mini. That's just my guess. And I think that would be. I think that would be the smart thing to do. Like I really think that would be the smart thing to do. So, and I might just go after it. Like I love the Mavic. That's like I'd never been a Phantom fan at all. Just don't like the big bloated. I call it the bloated whale. I don't like that.
Yeah.
As far as
Just
a
too
big
big.
quad goes, the only big quad I like is a 3DR Solo. That's it. And that's just because that thing is just a freaking amazing monster. But Phantom, never been a fan. Loved the Mavic Pro when it came out, bought it. Then got the Mavic 2 Zoom, got rid of that, got the Mavic 2 Pro. And even though I have the Altel Evo 2, I think I would go for the Mavic 3, Mavic Pro 3, just to stick with that. But I wouldn't keep my Mavic Pro, my Mavic 2 Pro. I wouldn't keep that at all.
So, Little Mountain Life says that the Mavic Air 2 is still the best drone between $500 and $1,000. So you're saying that the Zeno 2 Well, this is better than the Zeno 2, Don. He
You know,
got rid of his Zeno 2 just to,
it's funny that Don even says that, because I was having that conversation with my boss today, as far as in its class, and even putting it up against some of the ones above its class. This is the drone of 2020. This is it. This is the
yeah,
best drone of
yeah.
2020 right here. I
Mm-hmm.
I will argue that with people all day long. For price,
Mm-hmm.
and even coming close to its big brother, and some of the big expensive drones outside of DJI. I think this is definitely, it is the drone for 2020. The top drone, I
Yeah,
mean.
it's the I don't know. It's like the perfect drone, man. It's like pizza. You know, it's like the perfect drone, or pizza's perfect food. It's
Yeah.
like, how can you not like pizza? But it has, with the updates that just came out or recently came out and everything. I mean, they gave us a product which was good already, and then they were just constantly improving it, either with the app or the smart functions or the other functions on there. So uh, yeah, if you bought that drone, if you bought the Mavic Air 2, it was a smart buy. Uh, Hands down, it was a smart buy. I mean, that drone you can use for either professional work if you want. I mean, or just as a hobbyist. And I think that's an all around drone. It's for everybody, for the beginner or the
It's just so quick
professional.
to get up in the air. It's just
Yeah.
grab and go.
Yep. Yep. And that controller, I've been messing around with your Mavic Mini controller. I mean, that thing is the hardest thing is just put the damn phone in there. That's the hardest thing. The way the controller is hooked up for the Mavic Air 2 is so simple. Put it in. You have the wire right there, of course, but it's so simple and just grab and go. It's just as quick. I mean, I always say that the Mavic Mini is grab and go and quickly deploy, but the Mavic Air 2 is as it is as well. So, and now that you got the smart control function, or you can actually pair your smart controller to it now if you have one. But I've heard there's been some problems with that too. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
how
like
many we got in the chat?
if you're gonna go out, like you got a whole bunch of quads. Like if the quad's behind me on the wall, if I'm gonna go out and I just want to just get out and not have any issues of any type of just nothing's typically hard to set up, but
Mm,
something that I just want total simplicity with, as far as just set up and go, and camera.
mm-hmm.
You know what I've been going through with the Evo 2. It is definitely it is a little bit of a change from going from DJI to Evo when you're doing your
Mm-hmm.
camera settings. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's because I'm used to Mavic and Evo is totally new to me, but it just seems like too much work for me to set that camera up. Automatic, forget about it. Don't even use anything automatic on the Evo 2. You have to set
Mm-hmm.
it up manually. Um,
Okay.
Mavic Air 2, I don't. I can go into automatic, their automatic, what do you call them, LUTs settings.
Yeah. Preset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Whatever they have.
presets. And they're good. It's not too, like,
Mm-hmm.
if you go into the presets on the Evo 2, it's a beautiful image. It's beautiful quality,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what conditions you're in. But to me, it does seem to kind of overexpose a little bit in the clouds, and it favors blue. It loves blue. It turns that
Mm-hmm.
reservoir that is not blue at all and makes it look like I'm in the Caribbean. It looks like I'm at the Caribbean. So the
Oh.
reservoir is brown.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mavic Air 2, you just put it up in the air. Set your quick sets if you don't feel like dialing anything in, or even if you
Mm-hmm.
do, I don't know. Maybe it's a
Quick
familiar
sets
thing with
meaning
me.
quick sets meaning auto, right? They don't have
Yeah,
any
just putting them in
putting
auto, and
on.
except
Yeah.
not forget the mistake of locking like I always forgot to do. Who was it? I think it was Hugh. Hugh
Mm,
told me to. He said locking your exposure or whatever. What is that called? Locking
yeah,
your
expose.
Yeah, it's the exposure.
Yeah,
Is going to
exposure.
be
Yeah.
your best
Easy.
is going to be your best friend, because he could see it in my
Mm,
videos where it was like
mm,
that tone change, that little
yeah.
flicker you would get. So as
Mm,
long as you remember to do that, your presets are fine.
mm. I mean, and that's also if you're doing like panning from the ground up or whatever, you're moving around, changing directions. If you're flying in a straight, like if you're getting a shot and you're just flying straight, you I mean, if you're just planning your shot and you're just flying straight or something like that, or just pointing at the ground,
Yeah,
just moving forward, you don't really have to lock it. But if you're planning on moving around, panning and everything, yes, you should lock it because definitely
yeah.
going to change. The exposure is going to change once you move. So, but
And the HDR, that brings up a good point of like that. I still love that sunset picture you captured in the HDR mode in the beginning with that. What it does to a
oh yeah,
sunset,
yeah,
it really makes
yeah.
a beautiful sunset. There was one other one I wanted to
Hmm.
hit. Yeah, Mark on the laggy FPV for Evo 2. I did see Dustin had it, and I did not have it. Now you got to keep in mind, I got mine back in on July 22nd, and it sat. I did not fly it until just recently. Was it like a week ago, Chad?
Yep.
About a week. So I got it. I updated it, and then my last flight, I went out to finish up some shots that I wanted to get. I had another update, so I've had two updates, um, months down the road, since
Hmm.
it was released. So Dustin gets his stuff early. Dustin is going to show and have the problems that you typically would on new firmware. Um,
Hmm.
I did not have any of that lag, and I shared my video with you, and lag would have been a terrible thing in
Yeah.
some of
Yeah.
those
Definitely.
shots. Lag would
Hmm.
kill me in some of my flights.
Hmm.
I would definitely hit
Definitely.
a tree.
Hmm.
Yeah, and guys, I'm trying to get it done and out this week, but I do hope you guys will keep a lookout for my video that I'm putting together in memory of my mom, and for all you subscribers and everybody, for the stories and everything everybody shared of their losses and everything. The video is dedicated to everybody we've lost. So, but
Hmm.
mainly moms. Based on the music, it's geared more towards moms, and it's going to be music you actually know, not this music that we are stuck with to monetize our videos. So I'm gonna put a little Garth Brooks in there and some other things. And but I do hope you guys look for that, and you'll see some beautiful fall colors, and kind of like what we're seeing with Don, but with the pictures and stuff he's been sharing from the mountaintop there in Virginia.
I
But
haven't seen any yet though.
oh,
Around my
he's
way.
posted some. Yeah, he posted. He. Oh, you haven't seen the tree
No.
colors in your. It's skipping you at your
Went to
low.
Lake Mooney yesterday. I
Yeah,
didn't.
you're low.
I
You're
mean, they look
low.
like they're changing.
He's up
Yeah.
in the mountains, so it's going to be
So
different from him. I'm
yeah.
up in the mountains, so
Hmm.
we're right now. This whole week right here is going to be our peak. So I need to get out there and get some more
Hmm.
shots, and I want to do it with different quads so I can have some video in the bank for those. But
Hmm.
this video that I'm gonna post, it's really good, guys, because I mean, I fly over these treetops, and I don't just fly over them. I stay with the height of the trees, and I go up and down, get real, real close to some of
Hmm.
them, and I start off down in a creek. I don't want to give the whole video away, but start off down in a
Hmm.
creek in the woods, and I actually fly out of the woods, come up the dam, and then you have the reveal of the water and the beautiful trees and sky. So it turned out to be, it's a good video. And I start out in pitch black in the fog, and you can see some geese in the water, and then I go into the fog and it completely just blacks out. And it's probably going to be, it's probably, I'm not cinematic, but it's probably the most cinematic. Would you agree? Probably the most cinematic thing I've put out, Chad.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
I mean,
it's going to be different than what you saw as a preview, but my cinematic and your cinematic and a lot of people's cinematic are different things, though. Like most cinematics are a straight shot in, straight shot out, some well-oriented movements like this, and it's cut, 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 cut. I like to see the drone actually, like the way I'm flying, I have to show the drone coming down in the trees and going up over trees. Like if I just showed that shot going down and cut out, you just don't feel it. Like the realness of just Joe Schmo flying his quad, you know, or my orbit that I showed you, that was not even planned. I'm in flight and decided to do a manual orbit with no feature. That's the other thing is you won't find any features in my cinematic video.
Yeah.
So my cinematic is different than yours or a lot of people's. Everybody's got their own little touch, but my taste is I like that real feel of the guy's actually, you know, you're moving with it. So
yeah.
But yeah, guys, look for that video to come, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's not going to be one that's going to grab a lot of people because I'm not trying to make it all about the Evo 2. It's just strictly a
dedication.
It's in memory of my mom, and for all those you guys have lost over the years with all these stories that everybody has shared with me, and there's just some that are unbelievable, like the loss that some people have had, and that sticks with me, and I think about that all the time and pray for these people because some awful stories of loss I could not imagine, and that's all I'll say because I get a little emotional with it. It's just such an unfair world, losing people so soon, and then you see the jackwads out there that get to have a wonderful life. So into the comments.
Yeah. Darnell said
Don should probably be coming. He's probably past his peak. Like he should be coming out of it soon. He's going to be seeing colder weather around. Him and I are about the same, but I think ours actually fell behind his because his color. I was watching his little video, his little pictures from his grill where he'd show I think he's like right in peak now. We're very close, but I think he'll lose it first. Parks and Tech, Chris, you are always the one. Oh, I thought he was asking me a question. You are always the one getting those close shots. Got bigger. Cojones. That's fun flying for me. I love getting real close to stuff, and sometimes it's like I'm going into it and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I want it to be that close and risky. And if I see it and it looks like I'm gonna hit it, it's kind of a clench your teeth and cross your fingers and pray to God type thing, where it's like, and I like it because then when I go through it, like you'll see one in this video where I come up to one and it's like, as I'm flying it, you got a picture, I'm not line of sight, and I'm looking on my phone screen in the sun, no shade, and I'm like, oh, F word. and holding it steady, not turning, not lifting or anything, and then I make it. You know, it's like that's a thrill. I love that, and I think that's why I might make a good FPV flyer, but I don't think I have the reaction that these guys like. I watch so many people, Corey included, Darnell. I don't know how they do it. It's like I get anxiety flying those things, and I need to take a break. Like I need to hit my GPS mode and go into GPS lock.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Darnell, he got some good flying, and he actually you'll
Darnell
see
got
some of
some
his
real good
footage.
close-up shots. He got really good
Yeah.
close-up shots in his last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he actually gave me some footage. You'll see some of his footage in my video, in my vlog. Uh, it turned out to be perfect. Darnell, when you see this, what I put together, I'm not going to give it away. It's going to be nice, man. Thanks for the footage. You're definitely going to get credit in the video. So um, it's a real nice piece.
Yeah, and I want to just bring that up again with Darnell's because I did comment on his video
Mm-hmm.
because I wasn't a subscriber of his until after we met, and I met him later in my trips there to Virginia. But
Mm-hmm.
he I, he shared it, and then I clicked it and saw it. I think is what it was. But um, I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a video at all where you sit there and click fast forward on anything. You
Yeah.
watch the entire video because he
Mm-hmm.
gets like the and that's my buddy's duck blind, by the way. That's one of my friend's duck blinds that he was swooping.
Oh, really?
So that was cool. It's cool to see that because I mean that's my home. That's where I'm from, and that's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all my people I know are there. You know, I don't know. I know this many people here, living here since 2006, compared to being born there, going to all my school years there, and growing up there, and everything. That's where all my people are. So when you
Mm-hmm.
guys are out showing those things, it's really exciting for me because you know I see Belmont Bay where I raised my kids on a boat on the weekends in the summertime, and you know my friends duck blind, and you know the familiar landscapes like where I showed you guys
Mm-hmm.
where Reagan's house was from Washington Redskins,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. It's just it's always cool to see that.
Nice. Yeah.
But good video,
Sorry.
Darnell. Really enjoyed it. And we never did see that damn 360 he did we?
Nope. I asked him about it. He says he has it sitting on the shelf, the SD
Yeah,
card or
thanks,
something.
thanks, Darnell. Sorry. I take back everything I
Oh
said
man.
about your video.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But
Well, I
yeah,
told you I
so we've
wanted to
been.
keep this. I told you I wanted to just keep this kind of relaxed, just
Hmm.
kind of chit chat, and try to focus a little bit on some of the comments and keep that going, and
Hmm.
not get too deep into the Xeno Hubsan plague. And that's
Yeah.
going to be the
No.
new. That's going to be the new thing now. Hubsan plague. I'm sorry, that's what I'm
Yeah.
calling
The
this.
Hubsan plague.
But
Yeah.
uh, we didn't go too in depth on that kind of stuff because we don't want to look
Hmm.
like complete bashers. Which, speaking of bashers, did you notice that J Turd is a Hubsan basher now? He's
Oh,
like
he is.
anti Hubsan, Mister Fake Hubsan giveaway. Anybody that
Oh.
comes along this video, if you are a subscriber to Jaybird Drone, who we call J Turd, known on this channel, unsubscribe from that joker because he started out with a fake giveaway, which is how we met so many of these people here. I mean, God, the number of people we met and made friends with doing that.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, oh,
I mean,
good
it's a,
old Buddha, Chili Boo.
yeah, Chili Boom.
He's why I'm wearing this shirt tonight because he just got a
Hmm.
Ducati, and he's
Really?
been making video. Yeah, he's been making videos on that.
Hmm.
So I made sure I wore my Ducati shirt today, and because
Nice.
I'm a Ducati fan. I
Hmm.
used to be into motorcycles when I was younger. My brothers got me into dirt bikes, and then I got into the crotch rockets as I got older. And
Hmm.
you know that Ducati was always the one you reached for. Just it's probably, in my opinion, if you want a crotch rocket, it's the best. That's Italian-made motorcycle. It's a great bike.
Hmm.
So he got one. He got one. It's not a crotch rocket, but he got one.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I wore it because he messaged me just before we went live, like an hour before we went live, as I was working on putting the thumbnail together and stuff. And
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I'll wear it just in case he pops in. But time difference and everything there, he probably had a few and went to sleep.
lay back already. It's funny.
I tell you what, I love
Yeah,
that dude.
man.
He messages me. We video message. Or mainly he does. He doesn't send a text message. He just sends a video message. Like, I'm not going to play it, but he just send me a message. And his last video he made, he actually took the message to me from that week and made it part of the video. It was just cool. It
Yeah.
was really cool. But
Hmm.
I mean, I just think about it when he's sending me these messages. I'm like, this dude we haven't met. We just kind of hit it off early on through this J Turd
Hmm.
scandal. Um, and, he just takes the time out of his day while he's working on the tech. I guess it's a farm because he's got pigs and all that. But,
Hmm.
it just takes a little bit of the day. And, hey, Chris, how's it going? Shows me the weather condition, shows me the oinkers, shows me the
Hmm.
pack, the dogs, and introduced me to his wife, and it's just really cool, really cool.
Nice.
And then shares some
Yeah.
other things that can't talk about or wouldn't talk about, but
Don't want to incriminate yourself, huh?
right. He's he's actually helped me out a lot. I've been interested in microdosing for migraines, and he's been a big help in that and sending me links and things like that and getting me educated on that. And
Hmm.
sent me a little care package, and it actually helped. It helped my
Hmm.
migraines and
No, nice.
helped me through my depression as well. So I wasn't walking around high or anything. Microdosing is nothing
Hmm.
like that whatsoever. It just
Hmm.
gives you such a low dose, but it's a repetitive thing you do not a daily routine, but a scheduled routine, like one day on, 2 days off, and just like CBD oil helps you calm and relax and sleep and stuff like that. Um,
Hmm.
Depending on what you microdose with, whether it be a leaf substance or a mushroom substance. Um,
Hmm.
it's pretty amazing. And definitely, if you're anti stay on prescriptions like I am, I don't like to stay on any type of prescription. I don't want to take antidepressants or anything like that. This is the way to
Hmm.
go. So, good old Chili helped me out there and got me educated and free samples, and I'm sold on it. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, that goes on to what we were talking about. What I was talking about with J Turd, him being a Hubsan anti-Hubsan now. So, since he got a Mavic Air, is what it is. He's probably a DJI fanboy because he can't be his own person. He's got to be a follower of everybody and just
Hmm.
follow their lead. So he's probably in a DJI group and and anti-Hubsan now. So
Yeah.
make
Yeah. I didn't
America
even know
great
that.
again, there,
I
J
didn't even know
Turd.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
There's a few that will message me and share the latest videos of the turd man. So
Mm.
um,
Yeah.
there's a few that I've bared and watched a portion of
Mm.
them. Plus, he's on, isn't he?
Mm.
Is he still go on to Adrian Mateo Drone live?
I'm not sure.
He just sits there like
I
a bump
haven't.
on a freaking log, but he was on like almost every live. He just sits there like, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
The greatest thing in the
Yeah.
world, and I'm sorry if this gets too much of a conflict here, but the greatest thing in the world is to have J Turd on there with freaking drone worship. What the? We've got to have Adrian Mateo drone on
Uh,
just to talk about that right
uh,
there. Like, what the hell are you doing with drone worship and then J-turd? Neither one of them. I can't give you a balance here on either one of them.
Did you ever invite him on the show? I thought you did. No?
No, he made the comment
Adrian.
about it, and I said definitely, definitely. He made the comment about doing a live with us, and I said definitely, most definitely.
Okay.
But I won't do it on his channel, just in the event that he might have J-turd or drone worship on.
No.
Nothing to do with either one of them.
But I heard, yeah. Who was it? Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. But
And I'm
going on for a little while.
And those of you who are drone worship fans, I am not taking it. I'm not like being a complete dick with a guy who's got some health issues. I know he's got some health issues, but chalk it up to karma. Let's just say that's his health issue right there. It's karma. It bites you in the frickin' ass every time. So hope you're well soon, buddy. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, moving on then. So we've been, yeah, I don't want to get you started, but we've been on for a while, man. 9:40 now. 9:40.
Okay. We went over our hour and a half. I wanted to do.
Yeah, we went over. Yeah, and we got 25 on right now. It looks like.
So it started out with 30. I think got as high as 35, and now we got 25, and that's a good live. It doesn't sound like much to people, I'm sure, but that's actually a good live for a couple schlumps like us.
Just coming back. Actually, I saw it at 37, so that's even better.
Yeah, you're.
But yeah,
want to be precise. Go ahead, Chad.
Yes. Hey, it makes it sound bad.
I can tell you got a big delay going right now.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just gonna.
But anyway, yeah. No, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just saying. I don't know. Did you want to wrap this up or what?
Bye, Don. Love you.
All right, Don.
And I think we're going to wrap it up because we're getting good nights.
Yeah.
Probably also because we're talking about ending it, so they're saying goodbye too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should stop. I mean, and that's kind of what I was leading to where I said, I wanted to kind of keep it relaxed tonight and just kind of touch base on those few things. Yeah. But then you got me all fired up in that rant about J-turd and everything.
You started with J-turd. I didn't say anything.
You started it. Oh, now here goes David Cash. Have you noticed? I don't know. Quadcopter is an admin on the Dude, David, they have a group for every quad. Every quad. Him and
IX8. What the heck is that?
I think he means the. I'm assuming FIMI X8. I don't know. Maybe David. Maybe you want to explain IX8. But yeah, those guys have a flipping group for every quad there is. They already have a group for the Mavic 3. Already have one. Complete idiots.
Yeah.
You get absolutely nothing in these groups either, except for them to come in. It's all about networking. That's all these groups are. It's just networking, and then they get people to do their work by making them moderators and not interacting. There's a difference if you're an admin and you bring moderators in and you interact and you run your group, and the moderators aren't doing all the heavy lifting. But like Josh is a moderator in some of them. Josh is the one that's doing the work. They're not doing anything. They won't even like reply to anything. So I don't know what he means by IX8. I took it as the FIMI.
Okay.
So see if he, the FIMI X8. The IX8 was the end of the FIM that he forgot to type in there. But yeah, if you just go around, buddy, you'll find 15 groups that he's a part of, along with Bill, the non-drone reviewer. that doesn't review a drone. He sells it when it has a problem. You're going to get me on another rant.
Yeah. So let's,
he sold his Zino. He's a drone reviewer, and he sold his Zino Pro because it had issues, but he didn't review those. Or Zino, and then what's
Zino 2. Yeah.
Zino 2.
You said
whatever.
Yeah,
he sold it because it had issues. He said this, and even in comments, I've seen it. You're a reviewer, but you will not report anything negative about these quads. Instead, you'll sell them and be done with them. Come on. So I'm thinking that his probably bricked up in a update, and he couldn't get out of it, and somebody offered him money for it and fixed it through the help of one of my videos.
Crazy.
Okay, I'm done. I'll stop.
Okay. So you already gave us your channel update.
Yes.
Pretty much we already did our channel updates early on. So you can expect a video from Chris. And also,
I'm going to work hard this week on it and try to get my rhythm and momentum back.
Yeah. Yeah, you got some of it back already by what the way you were just talking. So
come back with guns a-blazing.
Yeah, guns blazing. My channel, actually, I'm working on the video. I'm working on a vlog now. So hopefully I can finish it by tomorrow, maybe Wednesday or something like that. So that's done. And, I have some but I have some video ideas. But the thing is trying to get it, getting out there and actually doing it. So, but you can expect one video from me. And that's it, All right, David Reynolds, good night.
Good night to everybody.
Thanks for stopping by.
Good night to everybody. And, definitely this was, my first live in many months here, seems like. And
yeah, that was last time we did a live together, I think. June, I think it was.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
it was a Zino 2.
It was before she passed away, so. But it's not what I expected. Just giving just under an hour's notice. It was just around an hour's notice that we were going to be doing a live, and then we come in here and people are already commenting. There's already all kinds of thumbs ups. At the time there was like 7 before it even started. Now there's 25. That's awesome. Thank you guys. J Turd and I don't know Quadcopter stopped by and gave their thumbs down, and or maybe Drone Worship, I don't know, but expect a video about me soon from Drone Worship. That's his motto. So since I spoke about him, but F it, I don't give a shit about it anymore. So thank you everybody. Peace and love.
Yeah, thank you. Peace.